there, everybody. It's Mike Delisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Tsukuyumi Full Moon Down, coming to you from Gray Fox Games, 2 to 4 players, in about 180 minutes. The world has not been the same since the moon fell to Earth and revealed its very core. The white dragon Tsukuyumi, once a powerful godly creature, after a long period of exile, he has returned to Earth to reclaim what was once taken from him. Tsukuyumi Full Moon Down is a strategy game that removes the element of luck, giving players the challenge of winning based on their tactics and skills. Choose one of 4 different factions, conquer territories, and battle your opponents to earn the most victory points. Well, let's take a look. It says this game contains the factions Nomads, Darkseed, Cyber Samurai, and Board Lords. Okay, so we've got some minis here right off the bat. Let's just show a couple of these since they've got themselves in a convenient area. Okay, here's one, and here's another, just to give you an idea of the level of detail we have here. All right, we've got cards. I'm going to hold those off for a moment because I kind of want to see what I'm working with here. This is a big box. We've got more cards. We've got some player boards. Let's take a look here at our rule book, which is extensive, at least at first blush. Our game material here. Why are there 2 rule books? The rules of play are divided into 2 books so that you have quick access to the information you need. This book here, explains the basic mechanics, rules of play, game setup, and all the rules regarding the Oni and how victory points are calculated. The other rule book, or codex, contains definitions, so that's more of like a index. Okay, quick start rules, definitions. Here's a game setup, illustrated setup there. Determine your starting areas. Here's our 4 different factions, and with the levels of complexity for each. Each round consists of 3 steps. Select one of your action cards, execute in order of the initiative, and score. And it goes into more detail on each of those 3 sections. And here's more about actions and movement and rules of engagement. Combat, which I imagine would be a relatively large portion of this game. It looks like it has a lot of area control. You've got a 6-part sequence of battle. All right. The Oni. Victory points, goals and mission, end of the game, how to add up the final score, and then it looks like there are different scenarios based on the number of players with some special rules. A 2-player, there are some 2-player cards, and then we've got an exclusive section which has more content, different goals, different advantages, events, etc., etc., etc. All right, so a whole lot inside this box. And then we've got the codex here, which is also extensive, along with comics. Okay, I'm just going to flip through that. But this is a large book here as well. Let's take a look at the cardboard components, of which there are a lot. Here's one that has already popped out. Okay, part of the map, nice thick cardboard there. The rest I will show you just in these sheets. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm getting, sorry, a little glare because these have a lot of white space on them. I'm trying to tilt them in such a way that we lessen that glare a bit. There is a lot of cardboard components here. And it looks like this is going to be a relatively large map too, because each of these are going to be put together to create a map, and those layouts looked like they were relatively large and sprawling. So this looks like it's going to take up a fair amount of table space. All right. Just 2 more here. And this is the last one where that piece that we saw earlier had popped out. All right, well, before we get to the rest of those minis, let's look through some of these card and look like player yeah, these are player aid cards. The Cyber Samurai here. The Dark Seed. The Boar Lords. I may have said Board Lords before, but no, I believe these are boars. And the Nomads. All right. And we've got some large cards here for each of the factions. Looks like it has the stats for the different units for each. All right. We've got some standard size cards here. We'll take a look at. Okay, and these are some 2-player cards. Action cards. Logistics, Quick March. Maybe we'll flip to this side. I think this will give us a little more information. So it looks like these are different action cards that you can play. And some of them seem quite involved. A fair amount of involved here. Okay, I think that gives you a pretty good idea of those. We got one more deck of cards here. Then we'll take a quick look at these minis. There's a whole lot of them, so I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail on those. I'll just show you a few examples. You already saw a couple of examples at the beginning of this unboxing. Mission cards. Uplink. And these look like, well, no, I thought those were more action cards. There we go. But I think we get a pretty good idea of the layout of the cards, the iconography of which there really isn't much. I think those are just symbols. Maybe there is some iconography there, but it's pretty minor. It's mostly text-based, these cards. All right. Let's take a look at these minis. I'm just going to kind of open them up for you. These look like, I believe these are the Oni, which are similar to what we looked at the beginning of the video. Some of the different factions, the Cyber Samurai and the Boar Lords. I think we can get a pretty good idea of those. All right. And then our final tray here, which has the remaining miniatures. Just kind of scroll through those, give you a little bit of a panorama view of them, and maybe just show this last one here so you can get a little bit more idea up close of the level of detail. I did that a bit at the beginning, but here's one more you can kind of take a look at. All right, well, there's a whole lot going on in this box. It appears to be quite an involved game, but this gives you, I think, a bit of an idea of what you'll find inside the box of Tsukuyumi Full Moon Down. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.